Folks, we have broken the Pioneer format. I took the Rakdos Transmog decks that played like Case of the Stash Skeleton and stuff like that, but instead of Atraxar, pay off as Ripper. And the reason that's better is because, you have the combo with Sorin. Sorin can't put Atrax into play. See, the thing is, we broke Pioneer so much that the deck is too good. Realistically, what benefits do we get from this over stock vampires? We have more access to Vein Ripper than the traditional vampires deck do, because we have this and creativity. It's all uphill from here, folks. Folks, we have broken the Pioneer format. As you can see here, we are playing some vampires today, right? Playing some vampires. We got, Sorin, very powerful with Vein Ripper, 3 mana, put Vein Ripper into play. Got Fable the Mirror Breaker, Fatal Push, Thoughtseize. I'm really surprised that people have not tried Sorin with Vein Ripper yet. It's kind of surprising to me. So, we get a couple removal spells here. Go for the Throat, Edicts, good in the Vein Ripper mirrors, just in case we somehow play against those, if anybody else is on the same technology as we are. And then at Duress, Duress is as like the 5th Thoughtseize to help push through the combo. 25 lands, and then you'll notice we have so let's do some math here. 9, 18, 21, 25. 25 cards, 25 lands. That only counts up to 50. Kind of sus. It's a little sus. I feel like we may have forgotten some cards. Potentially. Let me just do this real quick. Maybe this will fix it? Oh, okay. I see. That makes sense. Okay. Indomitable Creativity. Fable the Mirror Breaker makes tokens. Ob Nixilis makes tokens. Indomitable Creativity to put Vein Ripper into play. Case of the Stash Skeleton also makes tokens, good with Indomitable Creativity. Also, what's really sick about Case of the Stash Skeleton is if you make the suspected skeleton, then you Creativity the skeleton to put a Vein Ripper into play. If you have a Sorin left over, you can sacrifice the case to go get another Vein Ripper and then still be able to go Sorin Vein Ripper the next turn. This one's a bit weird, but I was trying to do some soul searching to try and find ways to make vampire tokens, right? Because the biggest issue with Indomitable Creativity is the traditional vampire decks get to play a lot of other vampires, right? Bloodtithe Harvester, Preacher of the Schism, Dusk Legion Zealot. But because we're playing with Indomitable Creativity and we want to hit Vein Ripper every time, we don't really have the capability of playing other vampires. Besides Mutavault, of course. We have Mutavaults. So the thing about Call of the Bloodline, there's not really a ton of synergy here. Like, there's no cards that we don't really get paid off for discarding cards. There's no Croxes, there's no Madness cards. But what it does do is it provides you tokens for Indomitable Creativity that also happen to be vampires that you can throw with Sorin, or I guess maybe sometimes pump with Sorin. So there's that as well. The other cool thing about Ob Nix is it's kind of twofold, where it makes tokens for creativity, but also if you put a Vein Ripper into play, you can go Ob Nixilis, Casualty, sack the Vein Ripper, and then you have a giant Ob Nixilis. Unfortunate that it's only 6 power, not quite 7, but if you say Sorin put a counter on Vein Ripper, that gets it to 7 power, and then you can Ob Nix, sack the 7 power Vein Ripper, and then instantly, ultimate the Ob Nix. Mana base, the considerations we've had to make for creativity. Traditional vampires decks play 4 Mutavaults. I think we only have room for 3. 3 might even be too much, to be honest with you, right? Because you need triple red for creativity. So the mana base is a little awkward, and we also can't play Cavern of Souls, because, again, traditional vampire decks play Caverns to be able to have, uncounterable Blood Tithes or whatever. I don't think you can afford to play Cavern, because you need, a lot of black mana early, and then also triple red for creativity. So the biggest consideration is the mana base, so keep that in mind. And then, yeah, some ley lines, extinction events. This is just a pretty stock sideboard for vampires, but yeah, we have cooked this up, and this is the big day. We have officially broken the Pioneer format. You'll love to see it. All right, we'll go next. It's okay. Deck's still broken. Don't worry about it. You should not be worried about it, and I am also not worried about it. All right, we may have to cook with this one a little bit more. Can I play against some non-Rakdos decks, please? No, they're not really a mirror. They're putting Atraxa into play, which is... Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but Atraxa is strictly worse than Vein Ripper. Are we in the stick Sorin Vein Ripper into everything era? Yeah, basically. Man, tough draws the first 2 matches. It's okay, don't worry. I promise you, we have still broken the Pioneer format, just as long as we don't play against other Rakdos deck. See, the thing is, we broke Pioneer so much that the deck is too good that it cannot win a single game. It's too good. Like, I'm sure you've all encountered that issue before, where your deck is so good that you can't win a game. It's a very common problem, honestly. Holy shit, let him cook! I have a question. When do we see how broke it is? You've already seen it. You've already experienced it. It's all uphill from here, folks. I will say, I've not been a big fan of these Call the Bloodlines. I think we have to replace these shitters. This is easily the worst card in the deck. I think I Thoughtseize to take their Thoughtseize, and then protect my Sorin Ripper. Well, just take Bitter Triumph? It's either Triumph or Shredder. I guess if I take Shredder, I'm taking their creature that they would be able to sack to the ward anyways. So, like, if I take Shredder and rip a land, they still can't Bitter Triumph me. I guess that's fine. I'm thinking that if I take Triumph and don't draw land, it's better for me, because then I just Edict the Shredder and move on with my life. Okay. That's kind of what I tried to do. Honestly, Scouter, I tried to mimic the Rakdos Transmogrify decks. That's where I started, was I took the Rakdos Transmog decks that played like Case of the Stash Skeleton and stuff like that, and just swapped Atraxa for Ripper, and then cut 4 random cards for Sorins. That's kind of where my head was at. So the concept behind Call the Bloodline, and maybe this is just like flawed logic, but the idea behind it was that I wanted a way to generate tokens that were also vampires, right? And the reason you want tokens that are vampires is because tokens help with creativity and vampires help with Sorin. So it's like there are very, very few cards that actually generate vampire tokens, and this is, one of the only ones that's not in a third color. Like, the list of total cards that generate vampire tokens is like 8 cards. There's not a lot, And this is the only one that doesn't let you go into a third color. Edgar Markov. Yeah, also a third color, Alright, well, this game's over. Okay, then. Alright, well, that was good. Good turn. Boop. Boop. They, in fact, were not able to sack a creature. Okay, so what are they playing? Could be Phoenix, yeah. It's probably Phoenix, right? I should bring in the ley lines. So we can just sideboard like it's normal Phoenix. So what did we do last time? We cut these 3, and I think we cut the Go for the Throat. No, I cut the Edicts. I kept the Go for the Throat, played second Duress. Or no, I played the Volleys, right? I think I played the Volleys. I think I like this. The one Duress is kind of weird. That is correct, Jose. I agree, okay? I may have been wrong about this one. The theory behind it was good, but it turns out it's just not a playable card. Even though the logic behind it was strong, Like, it makes sense. It makes sense other than the fact that it's not a playable card. Everything else about it is fine. Except it's just, not a shit card. Therefore, it probably should not be in your deck. Watery Grave, pass. Alright, your turn. I know, look. Alright, it's fine. It's okay. We overcooked a little bit with the Call the Bloodlines. Next iteration, they're gone. They're out of here, okay?
Screamer, I see you are missing the card Blood Tithe Harvester. I for one see this as an egregious oversight, as it's not only a vampire, but also makes a token. This needs to be rectified immediately, or I will be reporting to Twitch to remove my subscription at once.
Thank you. Noted. Noted. It's one of those cards that are only playable if all of your other cards are bad. True. True. No, I wish Bloodcast was in Pioneer. My goodness. I would do unspeakable things for a Bloodcast. Big shreds? Oh, we shredding all right. Dread Horde Invasion? No. Come on, stop. Why is this only sorcery, man? Why are you only sorcery? Do I have to get a land? There's no way, right? Surely I just get Sorin. I was hoping I would just draw a land here, but they probably have Spell Pierce. Like, what am I doing with a land anyways? I guess eventually hardcasting Ripper? I could get a Mutavault and try to Creativity the Mutavault, but that's bad if they have Push. I think I'm just going to get Sorin and hope to draw a land next turn. We have plenty of time. I got plenty of time. Imagine casting Demonic Tutor and then missing your land drop. Big shreds. JK Torborg, thank you so much for the 35-month resub. Welcome back, Torborg. Hope you're doing well today. Was I supposed to sack Mutavault, kill Shredder there? Just so bad if they have Fatal Push. Animate, plus, push, dead. Alright, which one do you want? Don't yield. Oh, in case they have Edict. Yeah, good point, good point, good point. They could have Edict. Which one would you like? You can have any one of them that your heart desires. But yeah, Torborg, Pure Modern was sick. I would recommend checking out the VODs. It'll be up on YouTube shortly. Tough scenes. That is a tough way to do it. Any YOLOers? I mean, they only have 2 cards in hand. Like, they only have 2 cards, right? They only have 2 cards. What are the odds? Okay, I mean, it's fine. We have a 3rd creativity, so it's not a huge deal. Consider or sleight of hand. They chose sleight of hand. The real question is, how do we beat a 1-3? That's what I'm asking.
Bruh.
Okay. Noted. I guess it is fine to cast one of these in case they bounce the first one. Yeah. I think they're playing Blue-Black Phoenix. Yeah, they are. We've seen 1 Phoenix. Why did they exile 4 cards for 2? Well, no, they got a cantrip out of it. It's fine. They've been to Cruise. What threats does the Blue-Black list have besides... Because they don't get to play... They don't get to play Drake. I guess they have Shelly. Oh, that's pretty good. Well, not quite. Did they get a card back? Yeah, they took Sleight of Hand. The way that this is worded, even if the cards get exiled, yeah, it says mill 4, then put... Because it has the word among... If they didn't have the word among, then it wouldn't work. But because no matter what zone the cards are in, it will always recognize that, you know, you're getting one of those from among the 4 cards. You know? Did you guys notice that I like saying the word among? Uh-oh. They have a Phoenix? I mean, we just draw land, right? It's a land. Sanguine Statuette. I thought about it, but Sanguine Statuette is an artifact. So unfortunately, that does not work. But it's close, and I did think about that card. The old Chad cast. All right. Vein Ripper is into play. I repeat, Vein Ripper is into play. Mark Chella says, tell me how much Mung there is in Among. 1 Mung. Exactly 1 Mung. I mean, they're eventually gonna They hit Shelly Island, Opt. Okay, you have an Opt. I was going to say they can maybe run me out of threats if they have enough removal left over. They've gone through 2 Bitter Triumphs already. I don't know how many they play. Probably 4. And we've gone through 2 Vein Rippers. Do I know what Mung is? No, but you're probably going to tell me. Ripper is the only creature we play because of creativity. Okay, Ripper down. Ripper down. 7. They have no cards in hand. Well, I guess I'm not casting Duress. We can creativity next turn. Small Vamps cause a lot of incremental damage. That's why I feel like Reaper is GG. Yeah, so there's another version of this deck that I have not quite unveiled yet, that we will be unveiling soon, TM, that is, instead of playing with creativity, you're playing with Luca. And Luca allows you to play the 2-drop vampires. And I think that version might be a little bit better. So we're going to try that maybe after a league in the league with this. But I think I kind of like that version a little bit better. Oh, I guess this attack was kind of stupid, huh? Why attack? I don't really know. I'm not really sure why I attacked. It's fine. Alright, go. Double Ripper Playground Push. Well, not really, because they can just push the Mutavault, right? When I go for creativity, X equals 2. Duress first. I didn't want to give them a target for I didn't want to give them a loot off Shredder. They found a land, 2 lands, a Shredder, and an Opt. They have selected Opt. But yeah, no, I did not want to give them a loot with Shredder. That's why I didn't want to play the Duress first. Yeah, but well, not really, Rube, right? Because they have 2 1/3s. They're never not blocking, double blocking there. They double block every time. Because if I have Fatal Push, they don't lose both their creatures. Have you seen the Rakdos Transmogrified deck? This is, honestly, the deck that I'm playing was kind of molded around that shell, where the concept was that you're utilizing the Rakdos, like, we have Case the Stash Falcon, Fable the Mirror Breaker, stuff like that, but instead of Atraxar, pay up as Ripper. And the reason that's better is because, you have the combo with Sorin. Sorin can't put Atrax into play. I told you, nobody believed me, but I told you all that this was when we were going to start winning. All right, let's get these heinous Call the Bloodlines out of here. The Witch's Vanity. 2-mana Saga. Chapter 1, destroy a creature with mana value 2 or less that an opponent controls. Chapter 2, make a food, which is good with creativity. And then Chapter 3, you can put a Wicked Roll on your Vein Ripper. There we go. I think everything else is pretty good. We just wanted to cut those heinous Call the Bloodlines. Is there anything else in the main deck that we wanted to change? Oh, we wanted Blot Out in the sideboard, right, for the mirror match. Which cards should be cut for Blot Out? Maybe the 2nd Duress and the 1 Torch. Could also cut the 2nd Ob. Alright, we're cutting 1 Torch the Tower and 1 Duress for 2 Blot Out. Unfortunate Accidento. So it's black. 1 mana. So you have to pay 4 mana to kill a creature? This card's not playable. Like, even if you just want the removal half of it, it's 4 mana. This card is... There's no way this is playable. It's way too expensive. Like, I get that it's like, multi-purpose, but it's way, way too expensive. Stalker? Oh, we stalking today. What are we stalking? Just in case they have Ledger Shredder, I might want to hold up Fatal Push. Make token for creativity transmog. Yeah, I don't know, but it's like, you can do better as a 2-mana token maker, Like, again, I get that you're paying for flexibility, but like, if the flexibility that I'm paying for is to have a 4-mana removal spell half of the time, I'd rather just play a different card. Oh, let him cook, dude. Let him cook. I love my opponent. We should play our opponent's deck. I need their deck list. I hadn't thought about Stalker with Profs, because you want to loot with... There's a lot of looters. So Stalker Profs kind of makes sense. We need to play their deck. Wait, what's the synergy with Inti? The synergy is that it's dead, but what's the synergy with Inti? Oh, okay. Well, good beats. You loot a lot? Yeah, but like, I guess you do. You have what? Steam Core Scholar, Ledger Shredder. I guess you loot a decent bit. Okay. Yeah, I could buy it. Scuba Duelist to mine too. It doesn't draw cards for profs though. I guess it gives Trample. Trample is good if you're stacking up counters for profs. Okay, okay, they're cooking. They're cooking a little bit. Just a smidge. I guess we play Fable this turn. Please no second Spell Pierce. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, anti-profs is a little weird. I mean, I guess, like, yeah, I guess the synergy is you give Trample and then load up a big creature, but it's like they don't directly synergize with each other. This is just a good card, so it's fine. But their mana looks a little sus here, like blue and black 1-drops, red 2-drops. Okay, now you've lost me. You had me at Inti, or sorry, you had me at Stalactite Stalker Profs, but now you've officially lost me. It's the Enchantment in the Grave. The Witch's Vanity. We're trying this over Call the Bloodline. I think it's better. It's 2 mana, blow up a creature, and then Chapter 2 you get a food, which you can use for creativity. Wastes is better than Call the Bloodline. The Mad Lad did it. Oh, they have tapped out. Okay. Well, I got bad news for you. I guess we can discard the second Sorin. We don't need 2 Sorins, do we? I need an untapped land. I don't think we need 2 Sorins. I would like a Vein Ripper, please. Just don't have a Bitter Triumph, and then we're chilling. It's better without a doubt. Doesn't mean much when we're comparing a card to Call the Bloodline. Why you all gotta talk shit about Call the Bloodline? All right, it was you have main what main deck blotouts?
Bruh.
All right, touche, touche. I guess I deserve it. All right, touche, touche. We are extremely dead this game. I have not tried the artifact draft on Arena. I don't even know what that is. Absolutely blasted. Not lethal, by the way. Oh, it is lethal, right? Never mind, it is lethal. Okay, so we're doing Profs, Fable, Inti, Stalker, Bitter Triumph, all that kind of stuff. Well, in that case, I don't know. I think I want to remove my Ob Nixilis for a Duress. Good chance they have Shredder. We got answers to Shredder. We're kind of fine against that. I'm just going to run it like this. I am going to keep and simply draw the 3rd land. We definitely draw the 3rd land in this situation, I believe. Easy. Had it the whole time. Had it the whole time. No discard spell. Well, they could also just go like Blue Source, hold up Spell Pierce or whatever. They are a Spell Pierce gamer. Maybe they'll Spell Pierce my Fatal Push. Unlikely to happen, but maybe. Yeah, I mean, it sucks, and it's kind of obvious they have it, but I need to hold... Like, I could bait the Spell Pierce with Case. Oh, okay. Well, that works. I was going to say, I could have baited the Spell Pierce with Case, but if they pierce this and I draw land, I can double spell next turn. So, I think this is doing it this way is better. It's also possible they're just holding the Spell Pierce for the creativity. Well, that's pretty good. Well, as a matter of fact, I don't think I need this creativity anymore. And now I can play around Spell Pierce. That's why I wanted to find a land this turn. Calls out my name. I will play around Spell Pierce. Sorin. -3. I guess discarding the creativity is bad if they have Blot Out. So perhaps I was supposed to discard the Edict? Not sure. Yeah, this setup is not great if they have Blot Out. I mean, I guess if they have Blot Out, I just kill the Shredder, keep the Sorin in play, and maybe it's still fine. Fatal Push. I kind of want to respond to that. I guess there's no reason to respond to that. If they have another spell, they're going to cast it anyways. So yeah, there's really no reason to do anything now. Blue. Okay, I'm going to let the loot resolve, because they might discard Spell Pierce. So how many cards have they drawn this turn? Just 2, right? So I can just block? Okay. Yeah, I don't think I care about this, because they still can't kill the Sorin. I can just block. And I'm just trying to play around Spell Pierce as much as I possibly can, because I think it's pretty clear they have it. Although, I don't know, they didn't... Nah, because they didn't pierce the Fable on 3. If they had it then, they definitely would have cast it. Nope, not creature token. But, like, I'm also not losing a lot by playing around it. Like, I'm still going to win this game very easily. God, Vein Ripper is such a disgusting card. Jesus Christ. It's a lot. It is, in fact, a lot. Never thought they'd print a Sorin payoff that good. Like, people have tried to meme in the past with Galta and Maverin and Lord Xander, and, like, Champion of Dusk was popular, but nothing has ever been... Like, the reason this card is so busted is it's an insanely fast clock, and it's extremely hard to kill. Like, the combination of both of those is what makes it so busted. It's Grave Titan in terms of power level. Being a vampire gives you a cheat code. Right, yeah. If Sorin didn't exist, or if it was just a different creature type, nobody would play it. Like, I don't think that card's playable without Sorin. Would you agree with that? All familiar, we do deck text for 2 gifted subs, $10, and there is also a channel point option. Xander is good, you're just shortened out of Doomblade. Xander doesn't die to Doomblade. More things like Settle the Wreckage. There's just not that many decks that can play Settle. Like, it's a pretty specific card, you know? So what's going to happen here? I take Thoughtseize, they play Shredder, I play Vanity, they play Fable, I play Fable. If I take Shredder, they Thoughtseize Vanity, then I Thoughtseize Fable. And then they have a Stalker and I have 2 Fables. I think that's better, right? So the card I should probably take is Fable. You think Vein Ripper is unhealthy for the format? See, I don't know. Like, we were talking about this earlier. There is a lot of answers to Vein Ripper, right? There's Sheoldred's Edict, Blot Out, Liliana the Veil, Pick Your Poison, Sweepers. Like, it's not that the format isn't short of answers. The reason why Vein Ripper is so busted is it doesn't give you any time to find that answer, right? If your opponent has Sorin Vein Ripper and you don't have the answer immediately, the second they untap, you lose the game, you know? So it's not that there's not enough answers. It's just that, like, it is kill on spot or die immediately. That's the issue. Yeah, Void Rend is good too, you know. What you're saying is play black, kind of, yeah. Green being bad makes Ripper good. Yeah, if there was a good green aggressive deck that got to play Pick Your Poison, then we wouldn't see as many of it. Because if that deck was popular enough, then more people would play Pick Your Poison, right? So their last card is Shredder. Yeah, it is worth getting the Shredder out of here, I think. It's close. I could just also not care about it and then have Vanity, but I want a Fable next turn. Surely they didn't draw another Spell Pierce, right? Playing 4 Void Rend just to kill it, and it also kills the Fairy without an issue. Yeah, that's true. It does put a lot of pressure on the format, and I don't know, like, you could maybe make an argument, maybe that's a good thing, maybe that's a bad thing. You could there's 2 different ways to look at it, but I'm, like, kind of okay with it. Again, I just think that people need to play more answers to it. And we've seen a little bit of that. More people are playing Blot Out, right? Like, there's certainly been an uptick in popularity of Blot Out. I would like to rip your veins, please and thank you. Just don't blot me out. Does Pioneer unironically need Council's Judgment? Would Council's Judgment be playable in Pioneer? It'd be okay. The issue with Liliana, Hen Boss, is if Liliana can catch strays, right? If they play a Bloodtithe Harvester or any creature on 2 before the Vein Ripper, then your Liliana does nothing. But the reason why Blowout is so good is it's going to get the Ripper every time, no matter what, regardless of what they have in play. Blowout Exiling just makes it better than Soul Shatter. Yeah, the fact that Blowout Exiles is pretty huge too. Because it doesn't even trigger the Vein Ripper in the first place. Also, Blowout's an instant, right? Isn't Soul Shatter a sorcery? The beta branch for Balatro. No, I don't even know what that is. Not familiar with that. What if we unban fetch lands and ban shock lands? What would that accomplish? What you got over there, Bahamut Shark? Free the Fae. Oh, so we can play Jeskai Black? Well, we have Fabled Passage, right? We can just play Fabled Passage in our Jeskai Black deck. Axe, Phoenix, Iteration. I mean, I gotta take Cruise. I could have pushed my own Skeleton. That seems bad, though. I think I'd rather not do that. So we know 5 of their cards. I kind of just want to untap here. Well, I mean, you know. Guess we're just lifelinking this. Oh, I got nothing else to do. Is this maybe a turn that I want to Fatal Push my own Skeleton? I can't imagine that's good, right? There's no way that's good. It does let me set up Sorin next turn, right? If I Fatal Push my own Skeleton now, the case flips. Next turn I go 2 mana, sack case, put in Vein Ripper. But then they just go axe my Vein Ripper, sack the Prankster. So I think I should probably not do that. I could even maybe sack the Mutavault next turn to kill the Prankster. I'm just going to pass. If I had like a creativity or something to kind of more naturally flip the case, that would be a little bit better. But I mean, we're just kind of chilling for now. We're chilling until they put this into play. Then we have to do something, because we don't have a lot of time after that. But it's not clear how close they are to putting that into play. I've seen these guys live 5 times. They're really good live. Sleight of Hand. I hope they cast this Axe and discard Phoenix. I really want the Skeleton to die. Yeah, they could have just cast Phoenix and hit the Sorin for 4. Because now they're in this weird spot. I mean, they tried to high roll a Phoenix, right? But because they didn't high roll the Phoenix now, in order to put the Phoenix in play, they have to kill the Skeleton. And that makes my case a lot better. I think my favorite show that I've seen these guys live at was when we came as Romans open for them. The band that's literally on my sweater, where I got the shirt from. And that tour was, I think, like, not even 2 months after Kyle passed away, and it was like you could hear the emotion in their voices. It was unreal show. It was so good. It was a tough time. Kind of still in this weird position. Can I bait them to use the Lighting Axe if I go Animate Mutavault, sack? Right. So I Animate Mutavault, sack a Vampire, they kill the Mutavault, then I can go attack, Fatal Push my own Skeleton. No, because they still have the Prankster in play. That doesn't do it. It's like no good way for me to do this. The only other thing that I could do is sack Mutavault to kill the Skeleton and then keep the push in hand, but that sounds awful. Right? I don't want to do that. Yeah, I don't want to do that. I'm just going to keep doing this, I guess. I mean, like, they're not doing anything, so I could have animated the Mutavault to try to get them to use the axe. Yeah, that's true. They also just have second Prankster. So that line just doesn't do anything. What a weird spot, putting counters on Vault. Well, if I try to put counters on Vault, they're just going to axe it, right? I'm like giving them a good axe target. And I kind of don't want to give them a good axe target because they have Phoenix in hand, right? So it's a little weird. Yeah, creativity could be a good draw. Is Ashiok a good sideboard card against Amalia? It really only stops Court of Calling, right? Not much else. I guess you can hit the graveyard for return to the ranks, but I think it's too narrow. Probably a bit too narrow. Okay, that's scary. I guess the good news is that our case is online now. Problem is they're probably going to put 2 Phoenixes into play. What did they discard? What am I missing? Oh, they played the Otawara, okay. But they still have 2 axes, right? No, they used an axe. Okay, they have Iteration Axe. So now the Sorin's going to die. Yeah, I mean, I could push Phoenix, but I think I'd much rather push the Shredder. Yeah, because even if I push a Phoenix, Thorin still goes to 1, which is not that great, so I'm just going to do this. Just going to kill this now. So their hand is Iteration Axe, 1 unknown. We don't really have any great draws from here. I mean, it's not terrible, right? It's not great. They just go Axe, sack the Prankster. That one's decent. I mean, I'm just going to hardcast it, right? They have it dead, but I guess I can hardcast it. We are going to flip the case next turn. So I can go hardcast Ripper in this turn. Next turn, sack case for under the Ripper. Sorin minus put in second Ripper. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the plan. It's just like let this one trade for the axe, and then we can go second Ripper next turn. Yeah. Kind of funny how when I saw Board Leader's Call, I was like, this makes Convoke broken. And then I only needed to play 1 game with it, and I realized it was not playable. It's just not that good of a card. Why are they doing this instead of just axing? I mean, they get back the Phoenixes, but they also pay an extra 2 life to do it this way. I mean, they're saving the axe, right? So they still have the next Sorin, they still have the next Ripper covered, but they lose 2 more life doing it this way. Yeah, I mean, it's whatever, right? They get the Phoenixes back, so I get it, but now they're at 4, so... Yeah, I guess the axe doesn't kill them. Oh, no, it does, right? Yeah, because now if they cast the axe, they die. Right, yeah, now they just die. So, right, what's your plan now, huh? Alright, maybe they have Spell Pierce. I'm not playing around Spell Pierce, but... If you have Spell Pierce, you got me. Okay, go. Alright, good luck killing this one. I guess they could have a second Otawara, but they don't usually play 2, right? This is their only way out, if they can bounce it. Borrower, maybe? But then I just recast it. Like, I'm not going to die next turn. Right, yeah. We're at 21, so... Oh. Okay, well. Alright. Or they could just do this. That works. Huh. Alright, noted. Noted. Alright, Leyline's coming in. Event not ideal. Ob Nix mid, Blot Out mid. Volley is dece. Okay. So we want these 6. What did we cut the last time against them? How good is Vanity? It's only really good against Shredder, right? They don't play any 2 or less that's not Shredder. Do you think they'll finish the Lightning Bolt cycle in Modern Horizons 3 so all the cards are modern legal? Oh, what, like Dark Ritual and Ancestral Recall? Is Healing Salve modern legal? I have no idea. It's an 8th? I don't believe you. I'm checking your facts. I will keep. This is a mole? You're a mole. Okay, now it's a mole. It wasn't a mole before, but now you might be right. It turns out that, as a matter of fact, you might be right. Just kidding, you're wrong. I was right the whole time. Everybody in chat's wrong. You know how it is. I never had any doubt, to be honest. It doesn't work if you unfollow and refollow. I wish it did. Agent Wiz, Silver 88, thank you for the follows. Ask opponent to follow me. I could do that. Yo, you want to follow me? Go to just link up. Let's link up the Twitch. Synthetic one, thank you for the follow. 2 more, chat. 2 more. There's got to be 2 of you in chat that are not following. Dosmas. 3 to go. You're bad at math. Hardcast Phoenix. Let's go. We'll scoop for follow. Oh no, there are people that unfollowed me. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. That's cringe. Well, this is awkward. Take this. I guess we play the Sorin? I don't know. No, playing the Sorin's stupid, right? You want to take Lightning Axe there? I mean, they could just find another Lightning Axe off this. The issue with this is this finds them Axe, and it also gives them a 1/3 to sack. So I think that's bad. I kind of think that I have to play the Sorin to distract them a little bit, just because my life total is getting a little sus. It's obviously bad if I draw Ripper, but I will simply just not draw Ripper. I need time. I just need time to activate Mirrex. Okay. Cooking a little bit. Ooh, you know what? Maybe I should have shocked there. Is that 22? I think we're 1 short. All right. Well, the Mutavault follows didn't count, so it's still showing me we're 2 short. 2 followers. 2 followers. Yeah, I should have shocked there. Because now I can't make a token and push the borrower. I definitely should have shocked. That was bad. You know what I might do? I might... Okay, so if they're doing this, I kind of want to volley the borrower. Oh, but now I can't push the Phoenix. And this is maybe bad. This might be stupid, because now my Sorin's not dying. If I push now, they get the trigger, which I don't want to happen. So push here. Plus... play Mutavault, pass, end step token, untap, animate Mutavault Creativity for 2. But they have Axe and Impulse. So that's a bit sus. Also a bit sus. That can't be good. Because now they can just sack the Phoenix to the Axe. Well, yeah, because they go Impulse 1 token, let Creativity resolve for 1, and then they just Axe whatever I get. Creativity their Drake. Well, I'd have to draw a land to do that, right? Because I need to animate the Mutavault. They're ignoring Sorin. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. Because right now I can only animate Mutavault and Creativity for 2. Okay. So, now, if we want to, we can go animate Mutavault, land Creativity for 3, target Might Token, Crackling Drake, Mutavault. If they don't cast anything, we get 2 Rippers, put a counter on one of them, they respond, Axe, discard, sack Phoenix, but then I still have the other Ripper in play. I think that's the best way to do it. Yeah, that's got to be the best way to do it. And if they don't respond, well, if they do respond, then we just get to... If they do respond, then we get to make a 6 toughness Ripper, which they can't Axe. So, bad if they have Spell Pierce, of course, but can't play around everything. This is Vein Ripper Creativity, yes, Mason. Okay, that is kind of fine. Because again, same thing, we get a 6 toughness Ripper. Which now they can't Axe. So we know they have Lightning Axe, 1 unknown card. So this kind of works. So do we just not block this turn? Right? Because if I block the Phoenix, they can just go Axe, sack the Prankster. Yeah, they flipped a mostly irrelevant Bricklock Prankster, but they can still sack this to Axe, right? This kind of worked out pretty well. I think this worked out the way I wanted it to. Well, that's not great. Yeah, the other deck that I have in the Chamber, Mason, is similar, but it's with Luca instead. So the advantages to playing Luca is you still get to play the 2-drops. So that deck list is basically Bloodtithe Harvester, Dust Legion Zealot, no 3s, and then just using Luca to get those into Ripper. And I think I might like that version a little bit better, because I have noticed this version, because you're unable to play Harvester, it's like the early game is a little bit suspicious when you don't have that card. So getting to play Harvester and still getting to cheat, like a way to cheat Vein Ripper into play seemed kind of cool. So Indomitable Creativity is a better card than Transmogrify because of the fact that you can target treasures, bloods, foods, all that stuff. Transmogrify is much worse against spot removal. Okay. So I guess their plan is when I hardcast the Ripper, uptick Sorin, they axe in response, but they only have 1 card in hand. Okay, or not. So now what? I'm just going to do it again. I feel like they were not supposed to cast that cruise there. Pretty sure they were supposed to hold up Axe. Because they knew this was going to happen, right? Yeah, Transmog only hits one target too, so you can creativity for more than one, which is it's more flexible. I get that you don't get to play Bankbuster and all that stuff, but like I don't know, you don't need Bankbuster. The case of the Stash Skeleton is really good. These games have been taking forever. Okay, we are thinking about casting Lightning Axe. We're gonna shred first. Okay, I'm with you. You lose so much mid-range power when you can't play Harvester. Yeah, so the trade-off there, Manland, is your mid-range plan is just Sorin Ripper, right? This is the best mid-range plan in the format. Your turn 3 just putting a fucking Vein Ripper into play. So, like, losing Harvester but gaining Sorin, like, because your version's not playing Sorin, of course. So, like, that's kind of the trade-off there, too. I mean, it depends on your definition of mid-range. I don't know. A 3-mana card kind of sounds like mid-range to me. So if I block, they go Axe, discard, sack, picklock. Is that good or bad for me? And then I push the Shredder and they have nothing left. Alternatively, I could just let it die. And just be okay with this. It does drain for 6 though. And I still have creativity left over. I kind of want to block. The Hall does make it a little scary. Yeah. If I knew there was a Mutavault on top of my deck, I would block. Because then I could just do this. Alright, I'm gonna let it die, I think. Well, I don't know, though. The thing is, if I don't do anything, they're just not going to activate the Hall next turn, right? I'm gonna block. This makes them lose their whole board. I can take 1 7 hit from the Hall, right? This gains me 6 life. This has got to be good enough. It's plus 6 life, they lose 6. Has to be worth it. What'd they discard? They discarded Consider. So I guess we should probably plus the Sorin pass. And then if they go for Hull, we can push plus pay. Just not use the push on the Shredder now. Push now. Yeah, but that's sketchy against the Hull. I think I'm just going to go plus Sorin, play Tapland, pass, and then hope they go for Hull. And then if they don't, like, I guess the worst case scenario is I give them a loot off of this. Maybe they find the second Phoenix. That could be awkward. Is that a third Picklock? That's tough. Impulse, Opt, Island, Impulse. So they take Cantrip here. I guess I should have responded to that. Ooh, I should have responded to that and killed the Shredder. Because once I know they're tapping 2 mana, they can't fire up the Hall. That would have been better. They find Cruise. It's cringe. Cringe. I mean, we're not going to mill them out this game. That's not going to happen. Almost no chance we mill them out. I mean, we played the Persistent Petitioners deck, which, you know, I mean, that deck has its own problems, but we did get to mill out a Phoenix player, and that was pretty fun. I've played Pioneer Mill in the past. It wasn't too bad. Ooh, this is nice because we get to protect the Sorin, too, if they send both at it. Which they're almost certainly going to do. We don't really have a safe creativity, though, because it's only X equals 1. Well, that sucks. We may still just have to jam here. Mutavault would be a nice draw. That works. It does... gives them a Shredder loot, though. I can't avoid that, right? Yeah, I can't avoid that. I have to give them a Shredder loot here. Because there's almost no way that creativity for 1 is good enough. So they get to loot. They have 3 cards in hand. How many axes have they gone through? They've only gone through 1 axe? Is that right? That seems wild. I feel like they've gone through more than 1 axe. They did discard a bird. Bird. Okay, well that's good for me. Although if they're doing that, that means they probably have a 3rd axe in hand, right? Otherwise, there's no way they would do that. This is another Ripper, too. 3, 4, 7. If we draw an untapped land, we can tutor and get Ripper. Yeah, I mean, if they have Pierce, they have Pierce, you know. I can't play around everything. This has got to be another Lightning Axe, right? Okay, I'm good with that. Have we stabilized? Feels like we might have stabilized. Yeah, that's a good point. I guess axing the creature that I'm targeting with creativity is the same thing as axing the Ripper, but they just don't have to pay the ward cost. I'm not blocking. Yeah. Yeah, it ends up being the same thing. So this is a bit sus. So we just have to go tutor for second Ripper, play it, pass. No, if I swing, I'm dead on board. How am I dead on board? Oh, I guess I can chump block the Hall. So I can attack and then chump block the Hall, right? What can we tutor for? Just another Vein Ripper. Oh, we can tutor for creativity, right? Okay. What happens if they double block? If they double block, we trade for Shredder. They go to 6, we go to 10, and then we just get second Ripper. They double block, they take 8. No, because their Phoenix doesn't die, right? Their Shredder is a 4/6. Is there no tutor for Sorin line? The issue with tutor for Sorin is they can still double block, right? So, like, sure, I gain a shit ton of life, but they still trade for the Ripper, and then I have a naked Sorin versus their Hall, which I think is a bad spot to be in. Oh, you're saying... Okay, you're saying play the second Ripper before attacks. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. If we're going to attack, I think it makes sense to play the second Ripper first. Okay, I see what you're saying. I gotcha. Yeah, this is better. They don't block? Okay, if they don't block, I chump block Hall and take 7. How am I dead? They can't double spell and animate Hall, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And they would have to have exactly 2 cantrips, right? 2 cantrips and loot into a spell. Or I guess just axe, right? No, if they axe, they die. Okay, yeah, this is fine. I think this is fine. Because now if they go to 4, they just can't cast Lightning Axe anymore. I guess they could chump block with Phoenix, go to 6, but then I go to 12. What a weird game. I think I'm pretty happy if they double block. Okay, so now they can't cast Axe, because they couldn't cast Axe anyways. We're dead to Cantrip, Animate Hall, plus discard spell off Shredder. That's what we're dead to. Which maybe, I don't know. Unless maybe they have Spike Field Hazard? They could Spike Field Hazard be right. I am dead to Spike Field Hazard. Let's see if they have it. Does not appear they have it. Alright, let's go. What a match. Alright, 2-0. Let's run it back. This league, we are not losing a match. I can assure you. Banner on your own. Whoa. Zerda jump scare. I'm scared. I am officially scared. Chat, please hold me. I have no idea what this means. I'm not sure if Witch's Vanity is good against them. I mean, the high roll play is put back Fable. I just go Thoughtseize, take your thing, Witch's Vanity your thing, rip a Vein Ripper, and then just Sorin them. But I think it's probably safer to put back Sorin. Do they print a new companion? No, it's the oft forgotten Elemental Fox. That is true. I need to know what's in their deck. They're just playing Blue-White Control. Oh, well, now I'm less excited about it. Okay, now I don't care. Never mind, their deck sucks. Their deck no longer interests me. I still might want to play this to make a food for creativity purposes. Turns out they were just Blue-White all along. Alright, now I'm no longer happy. I thought they were cooking up something, but turns out Gandalf is just, in the kitchen. Yeah, but like, I don't know. It's Blue-White Control. How much can you really cook with a Blue-White Control deck? Like, you can only go so far. It's trying to add. It's kind of like trying to add cumin to fried rice or whatever. You can't cook that much. You know what I mean? You can only cook so much. Like you would never do that, right? I mean, Enigma Jewel is cool. Like, I will not deny that. Jewel is nice with Bankbuster. It's like, kill your creature, make a food, which is theoretically good enough with creativity. Oh, come on.
Bruh.
Ooh. Imagine the delight when my opponent revealed their Zerda companion, just to find out they're playing Resident Sleeper Blue-White Control. You hate to see it. You really, really hate to see it. Well, I'm not sure if there's a world where they would animate the Bankbuster in response here, because it's kind of bad if I had push. Still might. No, I guess they have to protect Fairy, right? Maybe this play is bad. The other option was just send in the Shaman token, try to get them to crew, and then kill this post-combat. Because now I just can't even attack. Yeah, maybe this was bad. Perhaps this line was not ideal. First time I've seen Wicked roll on Fable token. Yeah. Wait, how did this happen? You can't not it after all. You can't not it after all tokens. Doom, were you cheating? Check him, PC. Really hard to like narrate a blue-white control game. You know, like I'm trying, but it's tough. It's tough. Doing my best. I attack your Teferi hero of domination. Surely there's no way they have a counterspell for my Vein Ripper in their 7-card hand. There is no way that would ever happen. Surely not. So they have Wrath. If they cast Wrath, I'm conceding the game. You can't make me play this game out. It's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. Oh, yeah. Oh, I guess we know they have the Sunfall, right? Okay, I'm off it. Yeah. We did know they had Sunfall. The game is over. All right, Duress me, Ob me, Blot out me, Fatal Push, go for the throat, click submit, next game. Because I'm whining in my dreams, I say. Look, you know, I'm trying, okay? I'm trying my best. That is what I will tell you. I will do my absolute best to play this game without complaining. But I cannot make any promises. That's all I'm going to say. If you wanted more consistency, you certainly could do it. Oh, we're jamming here, right? Every time. There's zero chance I'm not jamming. Alright, good luck. Alright, I figured out the way to beat blue-eye control. What do you got? Spanish love songs. Counter, I guess. Probably just hold up Sokenzan here. Is it worth casting the second creativity? Probably not. Or creativity, the token for the second Ripper. Yeah, I'm just going to pass. What is hilarious to me is if they cast Supreme Verdict, they die. Because I could channel the Sokenzan in response. Oh no, I guess they go to 1. They don't die. They might as well die though, right? Actually, I don't know. If they cast Verdict, would you Sokenzan in response or after? It's pretty appealing to do it now, right? But then 1? This is weird. Because the other line is let it resolve, put them to 5, then go untap Sokenzan, attack, put them to 3, creativity for 1. Yeah, I guess that's probably a little bit better. It's probably a little bit better, yeah. Because now they go to 3. Oh yeah, now they die, right? Oh, right. Yeah, they're just dead, because we can sack the Sorin. Yeah, okay. Right, because we just Sorin sacked the thing. Because you are far from perfect. Alright, cool. I forgot that I had the Sorin in play to kill them. Cool. Alright, game 3. Let's do that again, shall we? That was a nice draw. This hand is not nearly as good as the last one. Uh-oh. Nyx is really good against them, but I don't know if it's good enough to keep a 6-land hand. Excuse me. Toast, thank you for the Prime sub. Thank you for the Prime. Appreciate that, Toast. Did you keep this? Go to 5. This is my 6. I think I'd probably go to 5. I mean, I hate it either way. No matter what, I'm going to be upset. I'll go to 5. Okay, it's the same hand plus 1 Fable. I guess this is better. It is just the same hand plus 1 Fable. Question is, which one do we play first and do a counterspell? It might be this. Okay, well, I mean, I guess I can't complain about this. Like, this is kind of all I want to draw against them. Shark Typhoon does have an activated ability, by the way. What are we feeling like? Probably Fable, now that we have the second Fable, I think. It's close. Drains them for 2 if you have the Ripper. What card does? Oh, Shark Typhoon, right, because they make a 0/0. I forgot about that. How's the Saga been doing so far? Which one? The case or the one that makes a food? They've both been kind of mid. We haven't really... Yeah, I don't think we've killed a single creature with the food one. Yeah, I don't think we've killed a single creature yet. It sounded good in theory, but I don't know. Like, what you're getting out of it seems good, right? Kill a creature, make a food. It doesn't sound like it's that bad, but... You know, we've only drawn it a couple of times, and it hasn't been the best. Yeah, we did kill a pilot. We almost killed a Shredder with it. It's just something that's nice to be able to play on curve. Like, what I like about it a lot is you can kind of... You play it on turn 2, kill a creature, and then turn 3, you get to make a token, and then even if they answer whatever you're playing on 3, you still have that token to curve into creativity on 4. So it kind of makes sense in theory. Get lost. Yeah, it did get Thoughtseized once. Somebody suggested Hirobi earlier. I don't know if I like that card that much. Okay, that's not bad. Let's see what they got over there. Dovin's Danny DeVito. Okay, surely they're not going to play it to Teferi next turn, right? That would never happen. Sheoldred's Edict. I'm going to keep that, because I'm assuming they're playing Teferi next turn. And if they don't play Teferi, I can maybe discard it. Although it's like one of those situations where they know I have it, but once I discard it, then they're clear to play their Teferi. So maybe I hold on to it? I don't know. But like, because I have the Fable, it's pretty low. It's like low risk to put it on top, because if they don't play anything, then I can just, discard it next turn, which I might do. Well, Hirobi increases the clock for a small amount of time, right? Because you end up getting the tokens back on Chapter 3. Somebody suggested Caress, but yeah, I think it was Manland that suggested it. I don't know if I like that card, though. Just like, the reason that you want... I mean, I guess Caress kind of does the same thing, where it's filling in that curve before you get to... I should have mapped first. It's filling in the curve before you get to creativity, so it sort of accomplishes the same thing. Let's map here. Sorin. I don't think Sorin does anything here. What you got? Well, I have to take this, leave the land in hand. So their hand is Verdict, no more lies. Kind of, yeah. It does protect your creativity, so. Wait, is Grixis Caress Mind Rot or Coercion? It's just Mind Rot, right? Oh, it's Coercion. I almost would like it better if it was Mind Rot. Yeah, which is, Coercion. I don't know. So you think you like that better than the case? You have a lot of 3s already, though. You have Fable and Sorin on 3. It's weird. Like, I'd much rather cast Fable or Sorin than that card. We racing? Kind of in on racing. Yeah, that is true. You can play it later. It is, like, a better top deck later in the game than something like a Sorin, maybe. Depends on how the board state is. Get lost. They probably keep that to kill the Shaman token. I would love to draw creativity now. Yeah, they did keep the Get Lost on top. Interesting, they don't have a land. So this actually works out kind of perfect, because now I can Thoughtseize the Verdict. Kind of works out perfectly. Oh, they drew Sunfall. Well, that sucks. I mean, I guess we take the Sunfall, because we know they're drawing Get Lost. So they can't Verdict and hold up Get Lost. Or they can't Verdict and hold up Normalize anyways. So I'll take Sunfall. So we now have to... We have to draw creativity at this point. Maybe one Vein Ripper might be good enough. Isn't there an Artifact Shock in the new set? Well, no, because artifacts are bad with creativity. If creativity didn't hit artifacts, we'd be playing Bankbuster. But yeah, creativity hits artifacts too, so you can't play any artifacts in your deck. So it makes the deck building a little awkward. I mean, they have to cast Verdict here, right? Their hand right now is Verdict, No More Lies, Get Lost. I'm not impressed, Franticor. Not impressed. Creativity me, please. That's not good. Could have held that, I guess, because now they just get lost it. About to head to Modern F&M. Should I play 5-color Creativity, Jun Saga, or Jun Roots? The answer is always Jun Roots. They play their land this turn? No, they played the Get Lost, though, so we know... Yeah, okay. So we know they have Verdict, 1 unknown. Creativity still maybe does it. So now here's the question. 6. We do it for 3. Can I shock and do it for 4? 6. No, I can't shock and do it for 4. They use the Verdict. Did they use the Verdict? Oh, right. They used the Verdict the turn that we played it. So the only card they can draw is exactly Sunfall. I mean, they just won't draw Sunfall, right? They have No More Lies. Yeah, but they're tapped out. Don't you dare draw Sunfall. I'm calling the police if you draw Sunfall, okay? I'm legitimately calling the cops. Verdict, you can have that one. You can't have Sunfall, though. 3 Rippers, by the way. Come on, cast Verdict, please. Please cast Verdict. Do you think they're a Settle the Wreckage gamer? All right, confirmed, not a Settle the Wreckage gamer. All right, 3-0, folks. 3-0. Look at that, chat. We did it. We did it. We have done it. 22K. Let's go, baby. 8 more to go for the rest of the year. We're trying to get to it. We're trying to get to 30K by the end of the year, which is an ambitious goal for sure, but I think we can do it. This one's felt decent. Just like, it's a way to smooth out the curve a little bit. It does curve pretty perfectly into creativity. Keep this. Probably put back Mutavault, given that I have 3 red lands. Yeah, I gotta put back Mutavault. Get this. I forgot how good this song was. I play Sulfurous Springs. I don't know if there's a 1-drop I would Fatal Push, but you never know. Mirror Match, whatever that math adds up to. We had a rough start, but we kind of picked it up a little bit after that. Like, if you ignore the first league, it's not bad. OTJ is available on Magic Online next Tuesday, I believe. I believe next Tuesday. Is that the 19th? What's today? Today's the 8th. So Wednesday? No, Thursday? Maybe Thursday. R58 was great. Yeah. It turns out Call the Bloodline, unfortunately not a playable Magic card. As much as I want it to be. Love the upkeep Fatal Push. It's like not relevant at all. What if I was playing Deadly Dispute? I'm gonna get punished. I think. What do we do here? Did we discard land creativity? They don't have Thoughtseize. They would have cast it if they had it, right? Yeah, I think it's got to be land creativity. I mean, I'll take it. Ooh, hold on. Should I play the Vanity this turn? I know I'm not killing anything with it, but here's the thing. If they had a Harvester, they would have played it. And the nice thing about Vanity this turn is it gets me a food token for next turn, which lets me freely creativity. Or, even if I draw land, then I can creativity for 2. Sure, it's worse if they have a discard spell. I think I like it. Yeah, I'm going to go for it. This, kind of makes it very obvious what my last card is, because I discarded a creativity, and I'm choosing to cast the Vanity this turn. So, I'm just telling my opponent what my last card is, but I don't think that matters. They can already probably assume it's a creativity when I discard the first one. So. But this line is bad if they draw Thoughtseize. Hopefully they just tap out for some 4-drop, and then we draw a land and creativity for 2. That'd be nice. Yeah, it looks like no Thoughtseize. That's good. Okay, I like this. I like this. And we get to forcefully flip the case. Even if they push the skeleton token, whatever, that's fine. We get to flip the case, and then maybe get a Sorin next turn. We can also put, we get to put a Wicked Roll on our Vein Ripper. Does that sound good? They have Harvester in the Creativity Mirror. I was joking about saying it was the mirror. They're just playing stock vampires, it looks like. Oh, wow. They just didn't have Bush? Oh, well, you're dead. I kind of assumed they had Fatal Push, but now the game's over. All right, I mean, go. You figure it out. How about you figure it out, Ed Mayer? Is that John Mayer's cousin? Opponent questioning all of their life decisions, all of the things that have gotten them to this point. Well, oh, they don't want to play anymore. Okay. Nice. All right, what are we doing against vampires? Leyline bad. Extinction Event could be interesting, where if they Ripper me, and I don't have a Ripper in play, Event could help kill their Rippers without me taking damage. I don't know if that's worth it, though. Definitely Blot Out, obviously. That's what it's there for. I think Ob is not great against them. Then maybe cut Duress. It's possible I just want to do this. No Alpine Moon. Ob is not the worst, but it's a little sus on the draw, where it's harder to protect it. Volley's not good, Leyline's not good. So it's just really these four that I'm thinking about. Is there anything in the main deck that we don't want to play? Anyone else not own Ripper or Sorin? Me. Minus $300 Keck W. It is absurd to me that Sorin is a $65 card. Like, what is that? You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. I can't afford that. The hell? 65? I know. Apparently I should have bought Sorin's a while ago. I thought about firing it off for like 20 right before the PT. I almost fired it off for 20. And then I was like, nah, I'll wait. As a matter of fact, now they're 65. Sick. I wish I had done that. This hand can't be good, right? I am on the draw with triple Fable, though. I can't keep this, right? Yeah, there's no way. Let's ship this. I am on the draw. I'm just saying. I'm on the draw. Just throwing that out there. I am on the draw. I already own Sheoldreds. Those I got. Those I have. Sorin's, though? Yeah, I'm not buying those. I'll just borrow them from somebody. I wonder if Micah has Sorin's. I hope he does. We kept this hand and didn't keep the first one. I mean, the first one was a 7, right? Here's the thing about mulliganing. The first mulligan is basically always free. You get to look at 7 cards again. 7 brand new cards. Could be anything. Thoughtseize bug? Not exactly. Not exactly the Thoughtseize bug. Mulling is like casting Time Twister, says the vintage player. Oh, that's true. Duress they haven't coded the Duress bug yet. That'll be with the next patch. Land me! Please. I'll even take a tap land. I don't care. I'm not greedy. All right, we have acquired the tap land. I said I would take it, and I will take it. You get what you pay for with this one. Like, you could play Sheoldred's Edict if you want to, but the big issue with Sheoldred's Edict is, like, if they just play a Blood Tithe on turn 2, your Sheoldred's Edict is dead. Like, it just doesn't do anything, unless you also have Fatal Push. Now, drawing 2 of them is a bit awkward. I will agree with that. You know, it does look bad here, but... What if I put it right here? Is that better? Just leave it here the whole time? Two or less, huh? Unfortunate. Doom ASMR. That's only for tier 3 subs. Turn it up more and talk real quiet. I just did that! They didn't have the combo on turn 3. Do you think it was incorrect of them to take your Thoughtseize instead of Sorin? Well, I think they recognized that I kept a one-lander. That's why they took the Thoughtseize, because they were like, well, even, you know, it's like, what are the odds they draw a land, you know what I mean? I think it made sense, given that I kept the one-lander. This was probably the best card in my hand. Alright, I need to draw a land, please. I need a land. This time it has to come into play untapped. I'm pretty sure all of my lands come into play untapped here. Unfortunate. Unfortunado. Well, now we're dead. Probably have to kill the Preacher here. I'll wait till their turn. I maybe have one more turn to draw it. Ooh, we're minusing. Okay. So I guess I can. Yeah. Should I have killed the Preacher in response? Well, that's bullshit. I do think I maybe have to kill the Ripper. Do they really just have double Ripper? All right, you win. Sure, dude. Okay, I don't know why they didn't do that last turn. Because they had 2 Sorins, 2 Rippers. Why did they just not do that last turn? This hand's good. Very, very good. Kind of want to take Harvester. I'm going to take Harvester. So maybe they had, like, 2 Sorins, but not the Ripper. They drew 2 Rippers, or vice versa, or something like that. Whatevs. We'll be fine this game. This game, we will definitely not lose. That is true. I do forget about the Thoughtseize bug from time to time. But that means we'll draw Case. This is the spot where, in paper, if I was playing in paper, I would just take the top card of my deck and put it into play, because you know it would be the case. Never mind. Yeah, but they'll time out. I did not see that article today, so I have no idea what you're talking about.
Bruh.
Alright, so now we draw Ripper. Alright, go. We have to play towards, like, this, I guess. It's just for new players. Is there anything good in those? Is there anything good in those? Starter kit, full contents. Here it is. Oh, I'm not going through all that. But it looks cool. That's nice. Nice that they gave something for new players. They took Sorin and not Creativity. Interesting. Okay, your turn. Breeds Arisen Nightmare. What's the modern Infect deck look like? Brother, let's go. Mambo number 5. Mutagenic Growth. Isn't this card like $1? Season of Growth based. Dude, Blight Mamba is my homie. Blight Mamba is my hero. This can't be good. Oh, you just drew Sorin Ripper? No, Preacher. I could beat Preacher. I think. Alright, but you have to draw an untapped land here. Chat, I need you to channel all of your energy into us drawing an untapped land. Please and thank you. Untap land me, please. One time. Thank you very much. Thank you for your service. I'm actually kind of shocked they didn't take the Creativity with the Thoughtseize. Alright, your turn. Maybe they figured that the Creativity was too far away. I don't know. Just not going to use Sorin. Noted. Noted. Not sure why we did this, but okay. So now they're dead, right? 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, they're just dead. Interesting. It's a bold strategy. The attack was, in fact, free. I guess they would lose a life, but... Oh, right. In their eyes... No, it makes sense, right? Because if they assume I have nothing, if they attack with Preacher, they go to 6, and then if they take this exact same line, they just die, right? So, I guess if this was their plan, they couldn't attack there, because they'd be at 6. And then even if I had nothing, that would be lethal, you know? Well, no, they didn't know I had a Sorin, right? They have to assume I have nothing. Because I drew this Sorin after they Thoughtseized me. So yeah, if they're under the assumption that I have Stone Cold nothing, and that's the only way that they can win, I guess not attacking... Well, no, because they can plus, right? Oh, right, yeah, they should just go plus here, attack, lose 1, then gain 3. So yeah, that was free. That was close. I feel like it was closer than it should have been, to be fair. It is a little suspicious, right? Where, like, I said they kept the Specialist... I said that's good for me. They graveyarded it. Then they went to Cord. I said they kept it twice, or 3 times actually. I said that was good for me. Then they graveyarded it again. Like, I don't know. It was a little suspicious. Just saying, you know. Twas a little suspicious, but it is what it is. All right, well, deck was still good. I like the changes we made. I like the Witch's Vanities over the Call the Bloodlines. Everything else is pretty good. I could take or leave this Ob Nixilis in the main deck, but I do really think we got something here. So, if you watch this on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.